Hello Don. Now, in my comment to you on your second video of your two-parter in which you explain your belief in God, I promised that I would post a video in which I was going to ask you a number of questions, and this is that video. Now, first of all, when it comes to believing in God, we could just agree to disagree here. You are a very nice guy. I loved those two videos, I must say. I thought you were very well spoken, and the sort of belief that you portray in them is one that I wouldn't have a major problem with, although I will have to ask you a few questions, which I will do shortly. But when it comes to the actual tenets of your belief, we would just have to agree to disagree. You feel that there is sufficient evidence to support your belief in your God. Well, to me, it is certain, beyond any reasonable doubt, that your God cannot possibly exist. Now, never the twain shall meet. But like I said, I need to ask you a few questions beyond just this basic disagreement. I want to investigate what your belief is really like. And in order for that, I need to explore what you said, a few things you said. First of all, what was very promising, I thought, was the way you said your beliefs were mainly allegorical. You believed that a lot of what was in the Bible was of an allegorical style truth rather than a literal style truth. You would have to be insane to believe in a literal style truth of the Bible, to be perfectly honest. Or at least you would have to be sorely kidding yourself. And I'm glad that you're not going there. So you are believing in an allegorical level of truth to the Bible. Now the first thing that I want to ask you is this: can there be a similar allegorical level of truth to other holy books, such as the Quran or whatever the Bhagavad Gita, I hope I pronounced that right, and whatever other holy books? Can there even, in your opinion, be that same level of allegorical truth to something like the pantheism that has been so eloquently and beautifully displayed in the 6-part video series that Windham 666 recently published? So in other words, could you accept that different people would find different means, different ways of communicating with God, the God that you believe in? So in other words, okay, for you personally, Jesus is the way to go. It works best for you. But do you accept that for other people it might be necessary to go for Muhammad, or to communicate with God by seeing God as the universe in a pantheistic way? That was my first question. Would you consider, not personally for yourself, but for other people, different beliefs to be equally valid? And even lack of belief, if needs be. The other question is about your belief, your stated belief in hell, even though you go out of your way to clarify that you see hell as a separation from God. Well, I am a naturalist through and through. I know, I am convinced, like I said, beyond any reasonable doubt, that this physical life is all there is. Not only that, I have looked at that realization that that is all there is, and I have really thought deeply about it and come to the realization that not only is that a good thing, it has many, many benefits. And in order to see what I mean, I would suggest you check out my playlist on death. But other than that, it is therefore, this is what I would want for my life. I want a finite life that ends, and that's it. Now you are talking about hell as separation from God. And in that sense, it would be a voluntary choice to be made by people. what I really liked about your video is the way you explain that as far as you're concerned, you can change your mind after death. And I can understand where you're coming from. You would say that somebody could be faced with God and effectively be presented with incontrovertible proof that God is real, and that they can then still change their mind and say, yes, I want to spend eternity in this being's presence. Well, I don't. But don't get me wrong, I am not going to be choosing separation from your God. I just want what I think this life is all about. A finite existence followed by annihilation. So when I reject your God, I am not choosing to be eternally separated from it. I want simply to die and cease to exist. How do you feel about that? Those are the two questions I needed to ask you. It'd be interesting to see what you have to say about those. Thank you very much. And like I said, I was quite pleasantly surprised with your videos, although from the reasonable nature of how you spoke about evolution in all your other videos, I didn't expect any less of you. Those were good videos. I wish more Christians were like you. Thank you.